Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Joining us now is 2018 Nobel Peace Laureate, Dr. DENIS Mukwege. He is a world-renowned gynecologist who has become the world's leading specialist in the treatment of wartime sexual violence and a global campaigner against the use of rape as a weapon of war. Welcome to the show, Dr. Mukwege. Good morning.
Good morning, Doctor.
Thank you.
Dr. Mukwege, thank you very much for thank you very much for honoring our invitation. And congratulations on the Nobel Peace Prize and all the wonderful things you've been doing to defend women who are exposed to sexual violence in war situations, conflict situations. But I'd like to ask you, from what you have been doing since the Second Congo War and all the efforts you have made, over 100,000 surgeries. Do you think that the war against women is winnable?
Yeah, I think that what is happening in all conflict in the world today, we can say that there is not a single war where women are not used or where rape is not used as a weapon of war. And this situation is really very, very bad if you can see how the body of women is used as a battlefield. And we need really to make this question, to put it on the table and try to find solution, because what is happening is not acceptable at all.
Certainly not. Even as of earlier this month in Sudan, there were reports of mass rapes in the crackdown by paramilitary, government officials in Khartoum. Why does this impunity continue? Why is it that enough action has not been taken against perpetrators of sexual violence against women in wars and in other conflict situations?
Yeah, we have two situations. When rape happens in conflict, normally the domestic justice should take the responsibility and just bring all the perpetrators on the court. But in some countries, this is not happening just because the justice is corrupt. Is an example of my own country, where really it's a big issue when it comes to domestic justice. But the big problem today is that sometimes also the international justice is indifferent. And this is really a question that we need to solve, because without justice, we can't end sexual violence in conflict. If impunity takes place, it means only that we authorize sexual violence in conflict. And this is really very bad when it comes to Congo. This is a big question. Now, in 20 years, rape is used as a weapon of war. And most of the officials who went through this question, who rape and is known, we have reports, but all these reports are not we are not taking care about this report, and this is bad, because now really it's become a big problem in my country.
Absolutely, Doctor. And of course, you're also sometimes known as Dr. Miracle for all the reconstructive surgery that you perform, notably over 3,500 surgeries a year taking place in your hospital. Now, sir, I wanted to speak to you about the efforts of your government to work based on what you have put in a framework for your people, which, of course, is to end the infliction of rape on women, especially based on war crimes. Now, I ask this, sir, because when you won the Nobel Peace Prize last year, your presidential spokesperson, Mr. Mende, came out to make a statement that he has had some back and forths with you. Well, the government has had some back and forths with you because they believe you've tried to politicize your work. Has this stopped the government from really enforcing laws that they should have, especially based on the work that you're doing? Because you also work based in border countries as well that come in to your hospital. Has the government taken a step back, or has this pushed the government forward for you, sir?
Yeah, you know what happened in Congo is really very special. When the war started in 1996, most of the people who were in the armed groups, when they create a new army, most of them reintegrate the army. And I think that this was really a bad thing, because they integrate army without any vetting. And now, many of these people are generals, they are in the army as officials. So when you talk about justice, in Congo, who can do this justice when all the officials were in the armed group, rebel groups, and they did mass crimes, they rape, they destroy many women. So the big issue in Republic of Democratic of Congo is really to just make a vetting to know exactly who did what, so we can be able to do the justice, and the transitional justice maybe can be the most best things that we can do in the Republic Democratic of Congo. The second thing is that, for example, for myself, you know, I went through the attempt on my life just because I was just telling that we can't build justice without truth. We need really to say the truth, to just say what happened, so we can build on the justice and get peace after. And this is a big problem for me, because many people have the impression that I'm accusing them, but it's not to accuse. It's just what should be done to build peace in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Doctor, let me ask you, all that you do and the risks that you face, what is the source of your motivation? Is this part of your commitment as a Pentecostal pastor, or this is, you know, out of your political beliefs?
I can say that, yes, sure that my faith can play a big role in what I'm doing. But also I have really to say that women of Congo, women of Africa are very strong. And I can just give an example. When I was attacked in my house, I leave Congo and I was in exile. But women of Congo, really, they took action and they asked my government to bring me back, but it was not possible. So they asked also the Secretary General of the UN to try to intervene, but they didn't get a result. At the end, they decided that they should start to sell fruit and vegetables to pay my ticket back. And they did. And they asked me to come back, and they will take responsibility to protect me. And you know, when you have women who can put you on this kind of challenge, you don't have choice. So I think that what I'm doing, really, my motivation is not a political motivation, is only to support women who are strong enough to fight for themselves and fight not only for their right, but also for the right of their children and the right of the whole community. And I think that this is really my big motivation. If we come to the religion, it's sure that my faith, I'm Christian, I believe that we have to love others, we have to get empathy and compassion, and this is really the big motivation that I have.
Thank you so much, sir, for this important work that you do. And just quickly, as we round up, can you tell us what is the ultimate aim of your Pansy Foundation?
Please?
What is the ultimate aim of your Pansy Foundation?
Yeah, at Pansy Foundation, we are working with 4 pillars: medical, psychological support, socioeconomic integration, and legal assistance. And our goal is really to try to spread this holistic model around my country, because in many towns in Congo, we don't have this holistic care for victims of sexual violence. And Pansy Foundation is working to spread this holistic model of care in all my country. But today we are also working with many countries in Africa.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Mukwege. Great pleasure to have you on the morning show. Thank you very much indeed.